What's going on, guys? JPB Duel here. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. And for today's matchup, I'm bringing you a prankkids versus skystriker matchup with me as the prankkids player going second. So let's see how this match goes down. For my opponent, he starts his turn off by normaling out Ray that he apparently drew in his starting hand and links off into Shizuku. Then he sets down one card, ends his turn, Shizuku activates to search him for a mobilize engage. That commences the start of my turn. Let's see what we draw into. So I draw into a kaiju. This right here was pretty good because at this point I was thinking, since I have two copies of Lamses in my hand, if I go through my whole combo motion, go through two Doodle Doos, use my Roxy's Recycle, or excuse me, Roxy's Banish to draw into a card, the card that I could have drawn into could be Thunder Dragon Fusion, could have been Fusion Destiny, could have been a Instant Fusion. Any of those cards would just guarantee me the win this turn. I would have been able to OTK my opponent this turn because I could give my opponent a kaiju, give myself a kaiju, and that's a one card straight gateway into access code plus another three cards I mentioned. That would have been more than enough damage to OTK my opponent. So that was my thought process when I did draw into another kaiju. So let's see how my turn plays out. I start my turn off by normaling out my Lamses and go into my combo. Miyamu comes on the field, Lamses activate, burns him for 5, special off fancies. You guys know the combo by now. I'm not going to narrate the whole combo for you. It's pretty straightforward combo. But right here, we run into a glitch. The big boy nope happens to us. He activates Solemn Judgment, negates my Doodle Doo summon. That means this is a weird interaction in the sense that Solemn Judgment, if you negate prankkids link summon, they won't be able to activate their graveyard activations either. So this literally breaks off my whole combo chain completely. And since we do not run a Solemn Judgment, I cannot cross out designated Solemn Judgment. So that goes through, destroys my Doodle Doo, and we are left with nothing. So I set down my cross out, end my turn, hope for the best. My opponent goes into main phase, links off into Hayate off of the Shizuku, and then he had another Ray in his hand for some reason. So that's another Ray, one in his graveyard, one on the field now. Goes into battle phase after normaling out Ray, hits me in the face with Hayate. Hayate sends to the graveyard and area 0, hits me in the face with his Ray as well, and then goes into Predaplan, Verte, Anaconda. Now, he could have activated Ray on his battle phase, gone into Kagari, Kagari recycles one card, and then gone off into Predaplan, Verte, Anaconda if he so chose to do so. He basically missed out on, I believe, 1800 or 1900 damage, but I mean, it's his call. This was a really weird call in my sense because if you guys look at my hand, I have two kaijus, right? If he goes in DPE, his DPE is permanently gone. I was so happy at this point that he chose to make a play like this over setting up his field for the next turn with something else. So Predaplan comes on the field. Of course, the fusion target is the Fusion Destiny. Fusion Destiny sends to the graveyard and DPE comes on the field. DPE activates, pops itself to pop my crossout designator. I was okay with it. Not too big of a deal. He activates Engage, searches for a Widow's Anchor. Now, guys, keep in mind this is a Diamond 1 gameplay, okay? So, what do you know about Skystriker spell cards? They read, if you control no monsters in your main monster zone, you can target one face-up effect monster on the field, negate that face-up monster's effect until the end of his turn, then if you have 3 or more spells in the graveyard, you can yoink that card. So let's see how many spells he has in the graveyard. First of all, he has Engage, he has Fusion Destiny, and he has Area 0. So he basically has 3 spells in his graveyard. But his DPE will come on the field in the main monster zone. So as long as DPE comes on the field, I mean, even if he somehow pops his DPE, we could just give him a kaiju in his main monster zone, and that means his Widow's Anchor is basically useless. So I kaiju his DPE. That means now he's stuck with a monster in the main monster zone. He cannot activate Widow's Anchor on me. So I could safely go into my combo. I give myself a kaiju and my opponent outright scoot right there. My kaiju would have been enough. If I just used my kaiju to bump into his Predaplan, that would that was pretty much game over right there. We even had combo with the fansies in our hand. So, excuse me, Lamsies in our hand. So that was basically it. That's gonna be the end of the game, guys. If you guys do like this kind of videos, please consider hitting the like button, subscribing to my channel for more daily prank kid video uploads, and if you guys are interested in the live version of all of this, I do live stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/jpbduel. Link along with my schedule is gonna be in the video description itself, so you guys can check it out. With that being said, this is JPB Duel signing out for today. See you guys in the next video. Peace!